had a great season last year. You made it to the district championship game. I don't want to say exceeded expectations, but really, really had a good season. So how do you take that and use that coming into the season?
Well, we did better than we probably thought we would do, and it was a very good season. We had a couple bumps along the road. It was a very tough outing at Ligonier. We thought we would represent ourselves better, and then Bishop Guilfoyle really put it to us. They were that good. But we were, overall, we were proud of our kids and our program for making it back to the district championship game. And to be honest with you, I think everybody should have those expectations where you want to be at the top or win your conference, or be at the top or win your district. And we were close in both of those regards. As far as this year, we have to forget about last year. We have to put it behind us. It was a great experience. The only way that's going to fuel us this year is if we remember, hey, if we want to get back, we have to do things even better than we did last year. We were fortunate in a couple games last year, and we have to do more things probably as individuals and as coaches, and we have to be more detail-oriented to make sure that we don't have too many close calls.
Right. And, losing your quarterback and your starting running back and things like that, but it's not like the cupboards are empty. I mean, you have kids there that have played, and so how's that been coming along for you?
We hope to rely on our experience. Quantity-wise, we did not lose a lot of kids. Quality-wise, we did. We had 5 seniors. 4 of them played very pivotal roles, including the quarterback, as you mentioned. We had a tailback last year that really came into his own and was just he found ways to get into the end zone, and then a couple linemen. So it all starts with the quarterback, and we may play a young kid there, but he hopefully will be helped by the experience around him.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there's a target on your back this year coming in after having the season you had last year?
I would hope so. I think that means that your program's in good footing. That's where I think everybody would want to be. Certainly we haven't been up or near the top every year, but I think we've had a good, solid program. And, in 13 we were outstanding and kicked the door in, and now we have to try to do it again. It's not easy. I mean, we got a competitive conference. We got a team that went to the state semifinals last year. I mean, we made it to the quarterfinals, but they set the bar, and they have all these teams that have so much experience coming back in our conference, and it's really going to be a dogfight every week.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think that you need to do this year to take that next step and beat, a Ligonier or Bishop Guilfoyle or whatever?
We just need to be more consistent. Like I said, we eked out some wins last year, and I'll tell our guys, they counted in the win column as far as the record goes, but they were close. We were too inconsistent in some of those games. We did poorly in 2 of our losses, just flat out. We got beat by better teams. There's no secret about that. But to be better, you have to be able to represent yourselves better. And we have numerous games that we can point to where we could have done a lot more.
Mm-hmm. And having some of these guys coming back, Matt Miles, Jesse Lee, and a new addition, Dakota Sunday, how have they been coming along, and what do you expect from them out of camp?
I'm excited for Monday. I mean, it's heat acclimatization, but we'll do a lot of conditioning, but we're going to do some skill work too to get our conditioning in. I was concerned going into the summer. Honestly, I was concerned about how dedicated we would be. Our seniors, for the most part, did a nice job. They set the tone. We had really good attendance at most of our lifting and skills workouts, and I tried to tell some of them in the spring, we have to have that. We can't go into summer and be helter-skelter and not make any gains there, and I think we did. We'll start to see if that'll translate into anything, starting Monday.
Mm-hmm. And the offense definitely wasn't a problem for you guys at all last year. The defense was, a little leaky at times. What do you need to do to get better in that area?
Well, I think early in the season, the first half of the season, defensively, we were very inconsistent. It was almost like we were trying to do too many things to combat the offenses that we would see each week. When we started to get a little more aggressive, we started to have a little more success. And I'm hoping that with the experience of guys on that side of the ball will carry over this year to where early on we're going to be more of a solid unit.
Mm-hmm. And then, you were talking about the young quarterback. Might have a freshman starting for you. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, we might. He's a great young kid, Ben Schmidt. There's another couple guys that we're looking at too. This kid, all through the levels that he's played, has been a winner. And he's an intelligent kid. Whether it's him or whoever else we bring along, we have to be patient. But they have to know, we're primarily a running team. Everybody knows that, but we've been trying some different things in the passing game. He appears to be picking them up until you see a defense coming at you, whatever you're running. You know, we won't know fully until then, but we're excited about the future with that position.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned it just a second ago, but you are primarily a running team. But last year, something that really helped you guys out was you were able to throw that. It might have only been 2 passes a game, but it kept them honest. You know, you guys are going to want to try and do that again this year too.
Yeah, I get ribbed a lot for, you know, we throw less than single digits per game. You know, we don't throw the ball a lot. What we did last year at times was we set the tone early with some of our passing game and got some quick scores. And then, you know, I think it kind of surprised some people, and that, you know, strange as it may sound, opens up the running game a little more. Mm-hmm. And you know, we're gonna try to do that both ways. You know, the run sets up the pass. Sometimes the pass sets up the run, and we have to be able to be, you know, diversified that way. We have to be able to attack multiple ways. We see a lot of times I get bullheaded, but people will put 10 guys up near the line of scrimmage because they know we're going to run the ball, and so we have to have a way to counterattack that, and we've done a nice job with that the last few years.
Mm-hmm. You've had some good teams, you know, in the last number of years. So how do you think that this team stacks up with some of those other teams?
I don't know. I know those are great questions, and it's great to talk about. I'm not one, as you guys know, to stick my neck out too far. This team has the potential to do some good things. I'll say that. I still need to be convinced that that we're going to have good, solid leadership, and that we're going to get the depth we need and be well-rounded in all areas. Until I see that over the next few weeks, you know, I'm not going to be fully convinced. But that's the cautious nature that I have, and I think that's helped us along the way. We don't ever puff our chest out or say, hey, we're going to do this or do that, because you don't ever know. We're in a conference. It's good small school football, and you know, we have to understand that every week there's going to be somebody that's gunning for you.
Right. And the conference is, again, going to be fairly competitive, especially around the middle areas and stuff like that. So what are you expecting out of the conference?
I mean, like I said earlier, I expect really tough battles every week. I mean, we start with one Purchase Line. Last year we had a barn burner with them up there, and it looked like more like a basketball score. And they have virtually everybody back. We don't. We have a lot of kids back. They have more kids back. They have a new staff, but they brought some guys back that are used to winning football, and it's just gonna be a challenge right off the bat. I wish at times there were easy games because it could make you relax, but I still wouldn't relax anyway. Mm-hmm. But they're a tough one right out of the gate, and then we have Northern Cambria, you know, in there early on, and I think they really gained some momentum last year. Ligonier to me is still somebody that's at the top because of what they've done the last couple of years. They've really been successful, and they've got an edge about them. And you know, we do at times too, but we have to get to that level.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks.